to His magnificent boldness, Mr. J.T.Kujawa. Let us approach the subject with the strict intellectual discipline it undeniably deserves. First of all, we should define what we are talking about. What is boldness? What is the essence of this notion? Philosophical and medical ignorance may think it is obvious what boldness means. The letters I receive from my viewers, however, prove decisively there is a lot of confusion about this term. 10 days ago, I delivered a speech on boldness in 2 languages. In English and, on a separate YouTube account, in Japanese. And I have received surprisingly positive feedback from my Japanese viewers. I would like to present you this letter. The letter I find remarkable and significant for many reasons. Sorry for some imperfections in my reading. I will be translating the Japanese text directly. To His magnificent boldness, Mr. J.T.Kujawa. So-called honorifics and word beautification, typical for Japanese respectful speech, sounds really strange for the Western audience. This time I have decided to translate this phrase faithfully to save some peculiar color of Japanese respectful speech. But in general, I will tend to simplify the translation to avoid distractive rhetorical ornaments that steal the attention of my viewers. Dear Sir, my name is Sakura. I am an 18-year-old Japanese girl. I just love a bold man like you, sir. And I share your views on the aesthetic and pragmatic values of boldness. On my head, the haircut is very radical, and I look almost bold. But there is one problem. I have very sensitive skin, so I must avoid shaving my pussy, because it usually doesn't look very nice after shaving. Therefore, I do not cut my pubic hair so that my skin will not be irritated. As a mitigating factor, I have to point out that my natural pubic hair is very delicate and skimpy. And according to the opinion of my maths teacher, it looks very charming. And now, sir, the essential question. Do I have any chance to be recognized as a legitimate member of the bold community, in spite of my pubic hair? I would be really happy to meet your eminent boldness one day and discuss this sensitive issue directly. Kind regards, yours faithfully and loving, Sakura Otake. In the same envelope, there are also 2 photographs. One of them presenting Sakura's head, nice, well-shaved head, and the second one presenting Sakura's pubic area. Dear Sakura, I am really touched with your letter. What a pity so few European women are able to understand this refined beauty of bold 50-year-old males. So I really admire you, my sweetheart, and I admire your exquisite aesthetic taste that makes you appreciate and makes you adore this incomparable mature beauty of the old and bold. The doubts concerning your pubic hair have given me some opportunity to explain the principles of the bald community. And I am proud to announce that the utmost inclusiveness is a strong principle of mine and of the whole bald community. And we easily tolerate this delicate pubic hair that decorates your pussy and your anal area. And we are really okay with it, honey, believe me. Many of our female members, however, find the pubic hair a little bit troublesome, and we understand their doubts and their discomfort. It would be the best for you to visit me one day so that I will be able to watch your problem directly. I am sure you and me shall find some good solution for the problem. As you can see, the reception of baldness can be much different in different cultures. And Japanese women are a perfect example. The culture of worship and admiration for the old and bald is a really beautiful feature of Japanese society. I can remember my 50th birthday that I happened to spend in a small Japanese island called Fakoku. My mature age and my natural resplendent baldness was a kind of sensation for female islanders of all ages. They crowded around me, asking for the permission to touch my bald head. They showered my skull with kisses and compliments, praising its shape and its proportions. Whenever they talked to me, they used the dignified titles, your majestic baldness, your excellent baldness, your impeccable baldness. I will never forget this sweet young woman that approached me in a park, begging for the permission to sit down on my bald head. I am still not sure whether it was an appropriate request in those circumstances, but please don't judge me too strict. I was not able to refuse this little favor to this charming Japanese lady. Finally, she spent more than 20 minutes sitting on my bald head, and I will never forget her enthusiasm, her gratefulness, and visible excitement. As a result of this peculiar incident, my bald head shined with an incredible intensity for the rest of that day. Coming back to the question asked by my young Japanese viewer, Miss Sakura Otake, let us define baldness in the way it is understood by myself, and at the same time, in the way it should be understood by all members of the bald community. Baldness is just a lack of hair on your head. Regardless, it is a result of a natural biological process or a result of radical shaving. And we just ignore the problem of pubic hair, finding it irrelevant, just a matter of a personal taste. And now, the most essential statement reflecting our utmost inclusiveness. Everyone who exposes their baldness, everyone who appreciates and celebrates the naked beauty of a bald head can be a legitimate member of the bald community. That's all for today. In a few days, I will deliver the third part of the speech. Thank you and see you soon.